I'm a little easygoing, you know. I'm trying to be friends with everybody.
You think you know this story. The actor who headlined The Breakfast Club. He walked away from fame, then mysteriously vanished.
I'll make you famous.
You have seen the videos. You have read the articles. Everyone says Emilio Estevez fled Hollywood because he would not pay fame's steep price. But what if I told you the true story of his downfall is the greatest, most brutal betrayal he ever faced? Millions watched that video. Millions believed Emilio Estevez was a failure who simply could not hack it. But the truth is much worse. This is a war for his name. Emilio Estevez, unlike his brother, refused to change his Spanish surname to become a Sheen. He decided integrity was more important than fame, and Hollywood punished him for it. His father, the legendary Martin Sheen, was actually Ramón Estévez. Ramón dreamed of stardom, but the system was brutal. In the 50s, studio bosses told him, "Your Spanish name will not sell. No one will hire you as a leading man." Ramón, desperate, made the compromise. He sold his name for success, becoming Martin Sheen. He achieved everything, yet carried shame and regret his entire life. That was his great tragedy. When his sons, Emilio and Carlos, entered the business, their father begged them, "Do not repeat my mistake. Keep your name." Carlos, whom we know as Charlie, looked at his father's fame and wealth and declared, "I will take the Sheen name. I want it now." He chose the easiest, fastest path. This guaranteed him a spot and millions of dollars. It was a route to instant fame, but also a path to the abyss, as we will later uncover. And Emilio? Agents, managers, even friends screamed, "You are a fool. You are turning down guaranteed success." But Emilio stood firm. He looked at his father and stated, "I am Estevez." This was not merely a name choice, it was his act of defiance. He spat in the face of the Hollywood machine. The machine demanded he become another person for contracts. He told them, "I will not change my identity for you to sell me." This decision cost him dearly. While Charlie soared in blockbusters, Emilio fought his way through indies and riskier projects. He achieved the improbable. He became a Breakfast Club star. At 23, he wrote and directed the film Wisdom. He proved you could be both honest and successful. But this very success was his biggest Hollywood mistake. He caused no scandals. He did not crash and burn. He was too stable and too principled. Hollywood craved drama. They needed a hero who breaks, someone the press could easily sell. Emilio simply refused to burn out. He denied the system the necessary downfall story. That is precisely why the system decided it must break him by inventing his destiny. The real Emilio Estevez is too stubborn, too honest. He was a solid director, a good actor. He did not give the press the headlines they needed. He avoided scandals. He simply did not do what was expected of him. This made him a threat to the system. Hollywood is not about art, it is about selling drama. If Emilio's real life lacks drama, he cannot be sold. At that point, the machine decreed, "If you will not give us the story, we will invent it." They created Alio Estz. This is the perfect fake, existing only to fulfill Hollywood drama's three main requirements. For a downfall story to be convincing, the rise must be perfect. The fake video claims Alio Estz debuted at age 10 in the cult classic Badlands. He was supposedly standing under a street lamp next to his little brother Charlie. Lies. This never happened. It is pure fabrication. Why? To create a myth of two brothers starting together, two boys under the same lamp, marching toward one destiny. This makes their future competition and Emilio's fall far more tragic. The machine replaced his childhood to sell a bigger scandal. The real Emilio Estevez worked on serious projects like The Way. He was a successful director, but Alio was credited with a directorial debut that bombed spectacularly. Why? To convince us he failed. So Hollywood could say, "See, choosing honor and principles leads only to shame and failure." They demanded a dark side, and he would not provide it. After the public accepted this lie, the lie of the fake debut, the lie of the shameful flop, there was no return for Emilio. The real Emilio Estevez could no longer just work quietly. His career was officially deemed broken and mysterious. He lost the information war to his own fictional clone, and that means the worst is yet to come. The machine created the perfect lie about the past, but this lie demanded a perfect ending. Remember, Emilio was too honest. His life gave Hollywood none of the scandals that sell huge attention and money. Here is how the system started replacing his reality to orchestrate a catastrophe. The real Emilio Estevez starred in the mega hit The Mighty Ducks in the early 90s. This was a clean, feel-good story that made him a generation idol. This was his light legacy. But the fake video claims in 2021 he returned to coach, then was fired in disgrace. Allegedly, he refused certain rules, and the studio removed him from the project. This story is a total lie. No such scandal or firing ever occurred. But why did they do it? The Hollywood machine took his kindest legacy, the Ducks, and ruined it. They did this to manufacture the perfect, modern scandal. It wanted to prove your integrity will bring you shame, even in your most beloved film. They destroyed his work, but that was not enough. They needed to destroy his family. The machine craved pain. What could hurt more than a brother's betrayal? In real life, Emilio and Charlie were always close despite different career paths. They filmed together. They supported each other. But Alio Estz was assigned constant feuds, jealousy, and brutal competition with his brother. The fake narratives claimed Charlie snubbed Emilio's premiere to show contempt. This was done to show his path was lonely and unhappy. His principles, supposedly, left him abandoned even by his closest kin. Your honesty is not needed even by your family. After all these false scandals and flops, the fake video paints a pathetic picture. Alio flees Hollywood just to live quietly. This is the machine's final, strongest punch. It acknowledges Emilio is a man of principle, but it only does this to say, you lost. Your integrity cost you your career and fame. You are now a nobody, sitting forgotten in the shadows. But what if his departure is not the end? What if his life, the one they tried to kill, is actually continuing? We have seen how the Hollywood machine attempted to destroy Emilio. It invented a false debut, fabricated flops, even a cruel, scandalous firing that never happened. But here is the real truth that none of those viral videos ever showed you. The fake outcome, Alio Estz, is a broken man who fled Hollywood to hide in the shadows. The real outcome. Emilio Estevez never left and never broke. While his brother Charlie Sheen was in the middle of a massive scandal, losing contracts and health, Emilio worked quietly. He made the films he wanted, not the ones studios demanded. He wrote and directed The Way in Spain with his father, Martin Sheen. This was a direct homage to their roots. Emilio did not run from Hollywood. He ran from its lying rules. He chose the long, honest path instead of a quick, destructive burn. He proved success is possible without betraying yourself. This is the biggest secret of this whole story. Why was the content industry forced to invent Alio Estz? Because Emilio's honesty is a direct threat to the system. Hollywood demands people be predictable. They must mess up, crash, fight, and cause scandals. Only that way can tickets be sold, making massive money from views. Emilio, who kept his family name and his honor, showed he could be above it all. This does not fit the perfect tragedy script. So, they replaced him with the fictional Alio Estz to sell you a simpler but entirely fake drama. If Hollywood and the industry can so easily rewrite a public figure's life for attention and cash, then who exactly do you trust when you watch that next viral video?